Join me as I dive deep into the question, could one assassination really have sparked World War I? Let's find out. In this video, we'll explore the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and its role in sparking World War I, setting the stage for one of the deadliest conflicts in history. Was the assassination of a single individual truly enough to ignite a war involving multiple nations? This question has sparked debate among historians for decades. Some argue that the murder of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the sole catalyst for the war, while others claim it was simply the spark that set off a complex web of tensions and alliances. But before we dive into the details, let's consider the scale of the conflict that was to come. World War I would eventually involve more than 30 countries, result in over 37 million casualties, and leave entire nations in ruins. So, how did it all begin? At the heart of the matter lies the complex system of alliances that existed in Europe at the time. The Triple Entente, consisting of France, Britain, and Russia, was pitted against the Triple Alliance of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. These alliances created a delicate balance of power, with each side waiting for the other to make a move. Meanwhile, nationalism was on the rise, with various ethnic groups seeking independence and self-determination. In this powder keg of tensions, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the match that ignited the flames. In the months leading up to the assassination, tensions between Austria-Hungary and Serbia had been escalating. Serbia, seeking to unite the South Slavic regions, had already annexed Bosnia and Herzegovina, territories claimed by Austria-Hungary. The Archduke's visit to Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia, was seen as a provocation by many Serbians. And so, the stage was set for the events that would unfold. Dive into the complex web of alliances, political tensions, and historical context leading up to the assassination, illustrating how a multitude of factors contributed to the outbreak of war. The Balkans had long been a tinderbox of ethnic and nationalist tensions, with various factions vying for control. The rise of Serbia and the decline of the Ottoman Empire had created a power vacuum which Austria-Hungary sought to fill. Meanwhile, Germany, under the leadership of Kaiser Wilhelm II, was pursuing an aggressive foreign policy, seeking to challenge the dominant position of Britain and France. In the years leading up to the war, a series of crises had already pushed Europe to the brink of conflict. The Agadir Crisis in 1911, the Balkan Wars of 1912 and 1913, and the Second Moroccan Crisis in 1911 had all contributed to the sense of unease and mistrust among the great powers. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was merely the latest in a series of incidents that had been escalating tensions for years. And yet, it was the spark that finally set off the war. Highlight the moment of the assassination and its immediate repercussions, showing how it served as the catalyst for the declaration of war among major powers. On the morning of June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie were traveling through Sarajevo in an open car. As they turned a corner, Gavrilo Princip, a young Serbian nationalist, stepped forward and fired 2 shots, killing both the Archduke and his wife. The news of the assassination sent shockwaves throughout Europe, with Austria-Hungary immediately issuing an ultimatum to Serbia. The ultimatum, which was deliberately designed to be unacceptable, led to Serbia's rejection, and on July 28, Austria-Hungary declared war. Within days, Germany had declared war on Russia, and France had declared war on Germany. The complex system of alliances had been activated, and the war had begun. In the weeks and months that followed, country after country would be drawn into the conflict, until finally, the entire continent was at war. The aftermath of the assassination was marked by a series of rapid-fire declarations of war, as the complex system of alliances was activated. Austria-Hungary's declaration of war on Serbia was followed by Germany's declaration of war on Russia, and then France's declaration of war on Germany. In the following weeks, Britain would declare war on Germany, and Italy would eventually join the Allied powers. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was not a singular event, but rather the culmination of decades of tensions, alliances, and rivalries. From the complex web of alliances to the rise of nationalism, from the Balkan crises to the aggressive foreign policy of Germany, the path to war was paved by a multitude of factors. And yet, it was the assassination that served as the catalyst, setting off the chain reaction of events that would lead to one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. If you found this exploration of World War I intriguing, be sure to check out our other videos on historical events and share your thoughts in the comments below.